Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Okay.
What's up?
Look at you.
Look at you, man. Wow, you're
You're a little.
you're quite the size. It's
I had to climb up on a chair. It was quite the.
yeah. Did you
quite the-
do you need any
quite the
help
big thing.
there?
Yeah.
You look,
Would you mind just?
here, I'll give
picking
you a
me up
little.
and-
I'll give you a little boots.
Okay,
Nice.
there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Well,
right. Well,
there you are.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a little tiny guy.
Well, speak up a little bit. I'm
One
sorry.
I'm just a little tiny guy.
You're a little tiny
You're
guy.
you're just a little tiny guy.
Yeah, my name's a little tiny guy.
So
And your name's little tiny
Yep.
guy.
yeah.
Wow.
Now is that a nickname or do you have a real name?
Both. It's my given name and my nickname. Is
That's-
little tiny.
I've
guy.
never heard of that.
Yeah. How tall are you
When
exactly?
When I was born, I slipped out, and the doctor said, "What are you gonna name that little tiny guy?" And my mom said, "I think that's good."
Was your mom a little tiny guy?
She was a little big old woman.
A big lady. How big was she?
40.
40?
40 feet?
Just 40.
40.
So you just don't really know measurements well. I'm assuming
Well,
because everything's scaled differently.
It's just a little tiny.
for you. How tall?
Everything is big.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm about 5 centimeters, and
Five.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm about 2 pounds.
5
Wow.
centimeters and 2 pounds.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
are
fat
dense. You
Okay.
are a dense
I'm
little
a
See,
thing.
fat
I
little
thought I could have.
tiny guy.
You are sitting across from me, but I could have swore you were gonna be maybe about 8 inches, but 5 centimeters
Nope, I'm
That's
and
5
2
short.
pounds.
centimeters.
That's about 2 inches. And
Roughly the dimensions and measurements of one of those things you would hold a bar umbrella into the table with. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's that's like a piece of iron or very condensed metal
Yeah, well, they
to
call
be
me
5 centimeters.
like a weightlifting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't think
not
of
an
I can't
exercise
think of a
guy.
material
Yeah.
that's that has that mass
density,
and that
yeah.
density.
Well, I made a lot of money doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What,
being
doing-
an umbrella holder
Ah.
on tables.
Wow.
Made a lot of money doing that.
Is that what you're here promoting?
Yeah, is that your
I'm
business?
Well,
curious.
I'm here to promote voting for Joe Biden in the
Okay.
general election. I'm actually his campaign manager.
Whoa.
He's a little tiny guy.
Joe Biden has a little tiny guy
Yeah.
who's 5 centimeters
Yeah.
and 2 pounds as
And
his
I'm ju-
campaign
That's
manager.
okay. This is cool because
Diversity. Talk
yeah,
about diversity
exactly.
in the,
You're the diversity that he.
I'm the
brings
only
to the-
diversity.
Cool.
There's no
Yeah.
blacks or
Are you
anything.
giving him his advice? Are you an
Yeah.
advisor?
Yeah.
Or
I tell him what to say.
Was President Tweety? Was that you?
Yeah, I came up with that.
Wow.
President
Be-
Tweety.
because you want things to be like everything a little smaller.
Mhm.
And
I thought it was a fun little thing. I thought about it for months. You know, I've been coming up with different nicknames. Here's some of the other nicknames I thought of saying, but I didn't use.
yeah.
Orange guy.
That's good.
Orange
that's-
guy?
Yeah, orange.
That's
guy.
been done.
That,
Orange guy.
It's so funny though.
What
It's so
about-
funny.
What about stinky head?
yeah.
Yeah, and,
That's
stinky head. I also had a stinky breath guy.
Stinky breath guy.
Yeah.
That's better than.
And,
yeah, that's a little more original.
What about hey, who farted? Oh yeah, Donald Trump, the president.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you could
that
start a
one's
rumor.
that one's a little bit more higher concept. I kind of
Well,
like
and
that
then
one.
and then I had one that was the president, more like the pedophile sent.
Whoa.
Who's a Epstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one
you
one
are an
still being
wait.
worked
So
out.
you are a Biden advisor, but you're
Yep.
also an Epstein head. Would you say?
Well, I was friends with Epstein. Yeah,
You were friends with
Yep.
Epstein?
I was on every flight, but they never put me on the logs.
That's
because you're so small.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
just
see
snuck
you?
on.
You just rolled right
Yeah.
on.
I was one of Epstein's best friends.
That's,
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Were you one of his best friends, or were you just on the island to hold umbrellas? Be
Well, I
honest.
mean,
Yeah.
it
Were you his best friends or were you working for him?
Well, it was a business relationship, but
Who did you talk to more?
Did
Ghislaine
you
or-
give tiny massages?
I
Yeah?
was one of the masseuses.
Really? So,
Wait.
because your hands, you're 5 centimeters.
Yeah.
You know, you're about as
I
big
would
as a
massage-
chapstick, as a small tube of chapstick.
Yep.
Your hands are the size of toothpicks.
Yep.
Now,
How is a massage?
People love it.
hold on though. Can I just jump in real quick here? It was my impression that the people giving the massages in that whole Epstein scenario were actually the ones who were considered the victims. In fact,
Yeah.
not
Well-
friends.
Well, that was
per se.
that's a common misconception. They think that They were victimized. We were friends. We're all just friends of Mr. Epstein.
Oh, so you wanted to?
You
do it.
enjoyed giving the massages.
Yeah, I had to fill out. I had to win a sweepstakes to even be on that island.
Now is that true for?
And by sweepstakes, you got swept into a bunch of stakes, and
Yeah,
you landed
on
into
accident.
and then you landed in
they
a
were a
garbage
bunch of-
somewhere,
they were a
and then
bunch
you
of-
and then you just wound it up.
There were
like,
a bunch
on
of
the
Trump
flight. On the flight.
stakes
Yeah.
that he has, and they swept me in there.
Yeah,
And
that's-
so next
yeah.
thing I know, hey, I'm on this island. Might as well make the most of it. Massage some rich guys.
Might as well make some coin while you're at it.
Make some
And
How do you
and
keep your
dollar
finances?
bills. Huh?
probably mostly coins. That's kind of, you know,
Well,
you
Do
could
you,
use
just, you can have money just wired to
you,
your account.
you could use a penny as a dinner plate. I mean,
And
like,
I
this
do.
is- okay,
That's not. That's
cute.
That's
I like-
very unsanitary, especially.
I've gotten really sick.
Yeah. Are you scared about the coronavirus at all? Because of your-
Terrified.
your immune
Because
system?
it's almost as big as me.
Yeah.
Is one
You could
virus.
probably fight the
Yeah, I know.
coronavirus.
Yeah, but I mean, it can. It's scary when you're this small. I mean, something like that.
Yeah. Also, there's only one tiny guy, and
probably
there's
like,
billions and billions
oh
of.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like
Of
hundreds,
cells.
but yeah, probably.
It's like a
probably
it's like
higher
a
than that.
zombie movie for me. Being this small.
Do you think you could fight if there's just like a pay-per-view tiny guy versus one coronavirus? Do you think you could take them?
Yeah, I'd rip the spores right off.
You would.
Yeah, I'd
Cool.
rip its spores off and shove it up my ass.
That's really kinky. Wow, you got kinky on Epstein's Island.
I'm just. We're gonna get to why you're here
Yeah.
in a
And
little
why
bit.
he wants us to vote for Joe
yeah,
Biden.
yeah, that's-
Because I have some big critiques.
Before we get there,
I'm
I
here
just.
just to resolve those critiques.
I'm curious. So you're on the island, correct?
Yep.
You've taken the plane to the
Yeah,
island.
you're also turning a little bit Italian
How
right
do
Yeah,
now.
well, I'm not.
mean,
I
yeah.
wasn't the most fully formed character.
when when you're hanging out with some alphas like us, though,
Yeah.
it's like a lot of
Yeah.
people tend to slip into their
Yeah,
more.
slip into like
yeah,
a.
I'm
maybe a
guessing you're from
macho.
like Jersey or something. Maybe you're getting back into.
Well,
it.
I'm actually from Idaho.
I'm just okay. That's
And here's a little joke about Idaho. Idaho. You ever heard that?
Wait, so you just changed the I to a U?
Well, I think Idaho. Idaho.
that's pretty good.
I think Idaho.
This guy's funny.
Yeah.
This guy's funny.
That's pretty good.
I'm curious how you make the jump from Epstein's Island to
Mhm.
Biden's campaign manager. Just like give us a real quick rundown there, and then you can make your
So,
elevator pitch for Joe Biden.
Okay, so I'm on Epstein's Island. I'm making connections left and right. I'm a little tiny guy, and people going, oh, who's that little tiny guy? I go, yeah, right here. And next thing you know, one of them was Chelsea Clinton. So
Wow.
I'm hanging out with Chelsea Clinton. I become best friends with Chelsea Clinton. Chelsea Clinton loves me. Sometimes she would just put me in her ass. So I stay in there for a couple months.
All right.
Mwah, love it.
So you
mhm.
you paid rent, or would you pay rent to live in? So
No.
you, rent free. You're
She
in
was
Chelsea
paying
Clinton's
me. She was paying me.
She's
to
paying
be,
you?
to be in her ass.
for you to live in her.
Yep.
For you to live in her
Chelsea
ass.
Clinton.
She said that
pro
she,
sex work.
she said she wanted a even tinier Joe Pesci. So that's part of why I talk like this now.
Yeah.
And so
She was like, Joe Pesci was living in my ass prior to this, and
Yeah,
I need a
she
tinier
she
man.
was seeing
Yeah.
those tweets that was saying living in your mind rent free, and she said, "What if someone was living in my ass rent free?"
Because her mind
And he
is
was
so
like-
full already.
Yeah.
So
Do you
yeah.
get Wi-Fi in there?
Huh? Yeah. Why had an Ethernet cable that I would put in an ass
Coming out of Chelsea Clinton's ass.
at all
Damn.
times?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I met her, and then
That's-
next one thing led to another. Next thing you know, I'm headed Joe Biden's campaign.
wow.
One thing led to another.
That's I.
What? So you're living in Chelsea Clinton's ass for a
Rent
couple
free,
months?
rent free.
Do you do that when you don't have a place to stay? Do you pick different,
Where
ass?
do you live now?
Yeah, where do you live now?
Joe Biden's
All
ass.
right.
Rent.
Okay. Cool.
Paying rent though. I am
Okay.
paying rent there.
Yeah, because Joe Biden is, he's not.
Yeah, but
He's
the
not
ni-
that
he's not,
progressive.
He's not giving
like,
handouts.
But you know
Can't
the nice
cancel
thing.
rent,
But you
come
know the
on.
nice thing about Biden. Sometimes he forgets that when rent's due. I go.
That's
I go.
right.
I already paid you for rent, and he goes.
Jack.
He goes. Were you my wife or my sister? What are you?
Yeah.
And I go. Yes. So.
Wow. Well, I don't think voting. Okay, here's the problem with a lot of people are concerned about voting for Joe Biden is He doesn't have any real progressive policies.
Oh, he's very
He has
progressive.
rape allegations.
He's very progressive.
Let's stick to the policy. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I just don't think those things are great. I mean, how do you defend Joe Biden with that?
Why should we vote for
why
him?
should we vote
Okay,
for him?
why would you vote for your own father?
I wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Okay, well, then maybe don't vote for Joe Biden. And that's one of my biggest things that I've been telling him to tell people.
He's
is,
been telling
is
a
if,
lot
if,
of people that.
if they have a problem with you,
Oh.
tell them not to vote for you.
That was
Yeah.
tiny
It's
guy.
a reverse
Mhm.
psychology thing.
Were you behind the sign off for the Breakfast Club interview as well?
Yeah, I told him, make sure the last thing you
Yeah.
say on that interview is question whether or not black people are actually black.
And also, you want to do that with the audience of the Breakfast Club
I have
because they're typically not.
I have
you
a
know,
question for Tiny Man.
Yeah.
Is this a Ratatouille situation where you're kind of hiding in Joe Biden's like 6 hair follicles?
It's exactly
and
like
you just kind of pull
Ratatouille.
his hair a little bit, and then he, says a slur
Yep.
or
accuses black people of not being
black.
Yeah.
Is that your doing?
It's that, but with politics.
Mhm.
Instead of being a chef, it's the only way to beat Donald Trump. You got to have some kind of Ratatouille or something in your head pulling the strings
Yeah.
to beat Donald Trump.
And
Wow.
just for full disclosure,
The man, we met the man
yeah.
pulling the strings.
and we were paid $250,000 to have you come
Yep.
on this podcast.
yeah,
and,
you
and
have a
tell us,
lot of money.
and just
Oh,
tell us
you
not to
certainly
vote
do.
for Joe Biden. You
Yep.
didn't even tell us not to vote for Donald Trump either. So you only came on and told us.
Yeah,
I'm
you,
just saying
you
if you
seem
don't-
to have no.
If you don't like Joe Biden, don't vote for him. Don't vote for nobody.
And,
He could be the #1 suspect who killed Epstein too. It's something that we think about. Who can sneak into
little
a cell?
tiny guy
Yeah, little tiny guy. Who can sneak into a cell
and choke somebody
and
like
choke
that.
someone, or just get in someone's
If he just-
asshole
if
and
he
just
just
kind of tear him a new asshole?
But if he just kind of hung,
Yeah, you
off-
ever heard that phrase? Guess where that phrase comes from?
You-
Me,
wow,
little tiny guy, assassin.
Whoa.
Yeah, assassin. I'm
Assassin.
putting the
put
asshole in the
You
assassin.
put the ass in assassin.
Yep.
It's a great Earl
I'm
Sweatshirt
also a
lyric that I think he copied
CIA.
from
I'm
you.
also a CIA little guy.
Wow.
Yep. Probably shouldn't be telling you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
that. On a,
This is gonna go out to a lot of people.
Yeah, the CIA, where it's just like you can't see a
I-
eye in your
ass.
ass.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's what the A stands
That
for in
is
your
exactly
ass.
what
Did
it stands
you-
for.
How old are you? Are you
Oh, pretty old.
pretty old?
Yep.
So
What
you
year were you born?
Ageless.
okay? All
What?
right, you're an immortal. So you've been around for a while.
Years.
CIA, you've been around. Were you around for the OSS? Were you around back in the
OPP, you know me.
Oh my God!
Little guy in your ass.
Wow,
Yeah, you were
uh,
actually one of the members of Naughty by Nature, but they kicked you out.
Yeah, I was too naughty by my nature.
Yeah.
They said that goes against nature.
Yeah.
How you're in how naughty you are.
Yeah, they came out OPP, you down with OPP, you know me, other people's property, but you were like you guys, let's change it
Well,
for
that song originally,
OTP.
that song
Other
originally,
tiny peoples. You down with other tiny peoples?
Mhm.
I wrote
Yeah,
that
you- yeah.
song in the 1600s, and originally it was about slavery. So
I'm conflicted
so
with
put,
you.
think about that, huh?
I'm conflicted with you.
Yeah.
I think
because-
you're actually an evil.
Yeah, I know. It
man.
seems
What do you
seem
mean?
to have
Oh.
some progressive viewpoints, but it also seems like you're a war criminal and also
Yeah.
Probably a pedophile.
Well, this is what
at
I don't.
least.
This is what this is.
I'm advocating for gay rights
Okay.
and for other progressive.
This is kind of as Biden as you can get, really, because you're saying
Mm-hmm.
liberal ideas, perhaps, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe even verging on progressive, but your track record really indicates that you are in the pocket of the
Well,
establishment.
the blacks love me. They love Joe Biden. So
I
does
think
every
people.
race.
I think Tiny Man. I think you're an evil man.
Mhm.
I think you trick people because you're so cute. You're,
You're
so
an
damn
evil,
cute. You're
tiny
5.
man.
You're
You
so.
see my dimples? Look at my dimples.
are
Also-
Look at these dimples.
Imagine.
Nobody's saying you're not
Imagine
cute.
having something in your ass that's 5 centimeters but 2 pounds. You feel like
Every time I take a shit, man.
living in there using an Ethernet cable. Sounds like problems, but
Yeah.
yeah, Tiny Man. I think you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this.
yeah.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable. You've never had your prostate tickled by a little tiny man in your asshole.
He is
before.
a trained masseuse, so
That's
that
true.
that sounds nice.
You're a gay icon.
Yeah.
I am a little man.
Yeah.
Little tiny
You're a
man.
little gay icon.
So, I guess this is about all we can do for you. Is there? I guess it feels like we shouldn't do this, but if you have like a closing statement,
Yeah, do you want
that you
one more
wanted
thing to
just-
say
just-
before we kick you out of here?
I just wanted to say thanks to the podcast for having me here, and make sure you vote for Joe Biden. If you don't, well, don't vote for him. Then I guess
That's it. Well,
that's the pitch. That's the pitch. If you're not gonna vote for him, don't vote for him. Then see what happens. Then see what happens
Well,
if you don't vote for Joe Biden. See what happens.
That's
Okay,
If
now
you
you're
don't wanna-
threatening.
Yeah,
if you don't want to vote for Joe Biden, don't.
Well, now it seems like
See
you're
what
threatening.
See what happens if you don't vote.
You're
for Joe
taking
Biden.
out a switchblade.
See what happens.
and you're just kinda
if
like,
you
Oh,
don't
God.
vote for Joe
all right.
Biden.
Okay.
you
All right.
fucking-
Hey, I'm voting for Joe Biden. All
Tiny
right.
man, put that tiny
Fucking
switchblade
vote
away.
for Joe Biden.
Put that.
Vote for Joe Biden.
He just stabbed that dog.
Yeah, he stabbed me, but it was really just a mosquito
Joe
bite.
Biden.
Yeah.
Vote for Joe Biden.
Okay, you're
All right.
currently stabbing me. And
I'm
it's
going back to thinking it's
Or
cute.
maybe you don't vote for Joe Biden. See what happens, huh?
Okay, well, we got to kick him out of here. He's getting
Yeah,
violent.
little tiny guy. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the cash infusion in these hard times.
Yeah, we appreciate
if
it.
you don't vote for Joe Biden, I might give you an ass infusion.
All right.
Well,
cool.
Yeah,
Well,
that's supposed to feel good.
and he's gone.
And he's
Little tiny man just jumped out the window, and I think he broke my planter on the
Yeah.
way out.
Yeah, I think-
now he's just rolling away.
Yeah, he's rolling away.
And
All
maybe
right.
that was interesting. I think.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't- I
pretty
think that's a-
heinous.
I think that's a bad
personality.
man.